Three queens, no cap, no stall. Step aside, here come the long-tailed dolls. Beans on deck, I bring the spice. Slick talk, sharp tone, never play nice. Timeline tight, I write the fight. Feeding on clout day and night. Name sweet tea, sugar and fire. Draw so sweet, but I'll raise it higher. Boots click loud, grace and grit. Bless your heart, but don't throw a fit. Flame red pigtails, twist and tease. Drama queen, I do it with ease. Snap like thunder, I light the scene. Cute chaos, call me the meme. We the lockout dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. 3 doll names, 1 royal ring. We the lockout dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. 3 doll names, 1 royal ring. We the lockout dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Lockout dolls, lace and steel. Telling tales, keeping it real. Lockout dolls, full reveal. Internet shook, we the deal. Los cows, dolls. Lost and still, telling tales, keeping it real. Lockout dolls, full reveal. Internet shock, we the deal. Dolls.
Welcome all of you Barbie brats and bros. Welcome to Lolcow Dolls. Now we might have a few changes coming up. But Lolcow Dolls will be Lolcow Dolls no matter what. It seems like Sweet Tea has an appointment. She's going to be about 30 minutes late. She's going to be 30 minutes late today, and Pigtails is nowhere in sight. So I guess it's just gonna be me for a little bit. I don't know if she quit. I don't know if she's upset because we had a meeting with Keemstar yesterday and he said that she would have to step it up or she's gonna have to fix her attitude. Now I'm not saying that this is very Pupstar adjacent, but I'm saying that this seems kind of like deja vu. Well, until anybody comes in, we're just gonna be chilling. We're just gonna be chilling and we're going to talk about I was hoping that Pigtails was gonna be here because we were gonna call her out on a lot of stuff that she's been doing. She says over and over again, well, I don't understand what you want me to do. I don't do anything wrong. I don't know why everybody's coming after me. I think that everybody should come after you guys, Sweet Tea and Beans. But we have a whole bunch of clips here talking about her wrongdoings and things that she probably needs to fix in order to, I don't know, just make dolls better. It seems like she is a negative and not a positive. But I am positive that this change that is going to come soon might
I'm
put a
saying,
little
not anime
pep
in
in
general,
your
just
step.
the
Descriptor
collection.
of who a person is sometimes, you know.
For some reason, the clips were playing by themselves because they're jumping at the fact that she's not here and she did do some things wrong. Okie dokie. This is Pupstar all over again. People not showing up, people quitting, people just not doing their job. But until somebody, at least Sweet Tea or Pigtails or maybe our newest intern comes in, we're going to look at some other things. So other than the drama going on, we do have other topics. Apparently there's a new trend going around social media platforms called "Is This Your Man?" I haven't heard anything about this so far, but this was put in by one of my docket team members. And apparently it's juicy. It is a juicy one. Let us look at the clip.
Facebook, like what they do is they save people time. Because if you're a woman who is like, it is time consuming, you do not want to waste your time. And then having somebody say, oh, yeah, by the way, that guy, like, he's dating everybody. There are some really interesting ones where people will say, yeah, he's been on the apps for like 10 years. He never changes his age, so he's clearly not 30 anymore. That's an old photo. Like, they just can't, it's looking out for each other. The one flag I do have is that when you've got tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of members, you don't know how everybody is using it. And people's standards of what constitutes bad behavior is different. And also, people change. And we know that, especially in the context of relationships, certain language can get misused. So, for example, if somebody ghosts you, that is not necessarily gaslighting or emotional immaturity. It could just be that they didn't feel it. So I think you've got to kind of read between the lines.
No, but women are smart, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've dated people who I'm sure their exes wouldn't all have lovely things to say about them. Like, at least if I know, then I can make that decision.
So so it seems like this is talking about relationships, especially when you're just getting to know somebody, right? That is a very scary thing to go into, especially for me. Especially for me thinking about being in a relationship for 7 years and then all of a sudden being single. I don't know how to act. I don't know how to act. A lot of people are saying that like I look better. I've been taking care of myself a little bit more, doing my makeup for every stream. That's something that I usually didn't do for, let's just say, cafe or daily life in general. I didn't put on makeup every single day. I just put on makeup whenever I wanted to look pretty. Because for me, my idea is there's no reason for me to put on makeup if I'm not trying to impress anybody. I already have my man. I have my man. There's no reason for me to put on some makeup. But now I put on makeup for me. I don't need to put on makeup for anybody else. And, you know, I'm trying to attract somebody, right? And apparently it's been working because not only do I have CD-ROM in his cop outfit going after me, Ultra, which is Fat Grim, we had Mao on the dating show, and we had a couple people from the Discord who I thought were like my bros. You know, we bro out, we talk shit about people in the Discord and main chat, and then all of a sudden I'm single, and you guys are coming into my DMs being like, "Hey, I think you're pretty cute. Do you want to talk sometime?" Yo, now I can't talk to you like bro to bro because now I'm scared that you guys are gonna start gooning on me or just make things weird. Wait, has anybody had that happen before? Has anybody had that happen before where you probably have a friend, a guy friend, maybe you're female, so you have a guy friend, maybe you're male, so you have a female friend. You're in a relationship, they're with you since day one. And you guys just shoot the shit, you guys are having a great time, and then all of a sudden you're single, they start going after you. And they make it weird. And then you say, I don't know if I want to be friends with you anymore. That is the worst thing ever. That is the worst thing ever. And I had that. Ooh, I bumped into my microphone. I had that happen multiple times. Real quick, let us go into some of the. There's nobody there. There's nobody there, but I just wanted to highlight the membership for the animal episode goal. So right now we're at 673 out of 800. We did meet the goal when it came to the whole swimsuit episode. We have Sethreen with the $2 Glammies in waiting. Ooh, we have a new doll to play with, which is Glammy. Let me pull her up real quick. Glammy whammy. How you doing, Glammy?
Gosh, I'm trying to get my life together. Hang on. Okay.
Sparkles. I love it.
Thank you. Look, I even got my makeup done.
Oh goodness. Were
Yeah.
you
So it'd
prepared
be
for
a
this?
duel. No. No, I was on tech and I was doing with Wonder Woman and I was saying, okay, we could do $5 per color. We ended up getting a $5 and I had one color. So it was on one side. So I'm like,
Well,
okay, now
it
I
looks
just look
pretty nice for
stupid.
one
So I'm gonna
color,
have
in
to
my opinion.
fix it. So I just ended up doing the whole thing. So I was like, all right, so here we are. We're all dolled up as it were.
Exactly. How's my mic, by the way? Because whenever I was in a different group chat, they did say that my mic sounded pretty low, but what's the
Let's see. Yep, yours is good on mine.
okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So Glammy is here. She's our new doll
am.
for today, I guess, because nobody else
I
showed
am.
up.
Malibu doll.
Malibu Barbie Glammy. I
Malibu
fucking
Barbie,
love
that's
it.
what it was.
So we're just talking about relationships and we're talking about when things get weird. So I
Yes,
was
I
giving
was
an
listening.
example. I was giving an example of a friend of mine. So there are few moments where I have been single. Oh, there's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, how are you doing?
Hi, Wonder Woman.
Hey y'all. Hey guys. Apologies. I needed to go to the bathroom. So I'm here now.
You needed to go to the
Relatable.
bathroom and you're 12 minutes late. So because I was going to make this like a whole big reveal, I was going to make it very dramatic, right? And I was going to shove it in Pigtail's face to see if she can wake the fuck up. But she's not here and I don't know why, and she never sent me a text message. So let's just say it right here and now. Wonder Woman is our newest intern.
Oh.
She's going to be the intern for dolls, which makes a lot of sense. She is very girly. She likes to do her hair. She likes to wear very sparkly and cute things. This was a very last minute change, I believe. When did this happen?
It happened yesterday.
Yesterday.
Oh yes. It happened on Rewind. Did you watch Rewind?
It happened on Rewind? No, I didn't watch Rewind. That's why it's such a surprise. I think in general, it was like either yesterday or this morning, Keemstar added you into our group and he said, well, Wonder Woman is now an intern. And I think that was after we had a conversation all together. We had a meeting. Keemstar was saying, like, you guys are doing good, but you guys can do better. What is the problem? And I laid it out for him. I said, I think that the interns, they are not used to either getting a lot of hate or getting a lot of support. Sometimes it can get to their head or sometimes it can make them very discouraged. Hopefully that's not what happened to Pigtails. Hopefully she does come back because everybody can have a redemption arc, right? So for example, just weeks ago.
I agree with that.
Of course you agree with that, Clammy.
I agree with that.
You agree with that more than anybody here in the LCU. The redemption arc for you has been a lot.
Insane.
It just it goes on and on and on and on and on.
Exactly. That is very interesting because both of you guys have been interns for a while. Well, you have been an intern, Wonder Woman. You have been a host for a while, Glammy, and you've been put on multiple shows. This could be an interesting topic. How do you deal with rejection, not only in your life, in your career, but also in your relationships?
Really, really, oh, it's brutal. You know,
Stop it right there.
Oh, that's a good one.
You don't want to know.
Oh, but we do.
know-
We do, Glammy. We want to know all the tea. So Glammy, you have been put on Milkers First.
Yes.
It seemed like you were doing good, but then you got rejected by the ladies. They thought that you would do better somewhere else. You got put on Nerds.
No, I was rejected by. No, I wasn't even rejected. I was up and moved, and the girls said no. And I wasn't really big on the show. Like, I didn't like doing that show, but I loved them at the time. So I was very much like trying to be loyal to them. And that's why I tried to stay on that show. But then when I moved over to Nerds, I liked it much better. So it was more of the friendship that I had with them. I don't think I was rejected. I was just, this isn't working. Let's move you here. Try this instead. But I was very much trying to stay loyal to the girls, which is why I fought it at first. And
Well, yeah, that's the
yeah.
confusing parts because sometimes you guys would have a good relationship. Sometimes you guys would be fighting. Because I remember when this was Savage and Psycho Mom. This was early Milkers. So sometimes you guys would have a good relationship, sometimes not. Sometimes they said that you were not made for Milkers. But in the end, you guys had a pretty good relationship, and then you got moved. That must have been very hard for you, especially. I understand the sentiment of being very loyal to your co-host, right? Because I felt the same way about Ken. I never wanted to leave Ken. Me and Ken were like partners in crime. But sometimes things have to change in order for you to get better. And not only does that work in the LCU, that works in relationships.
Life.
True.
Yes.
True.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
But it's
Yeah.
So we've got so your question was in relationships. How do you deal with rejection in relationships and in working environments and stuff? Look, rejection's not easy, it's like going for an audition, like, and even here I'm kind of like the intern that never gets hired.
Oh.
At least you can laugh about it, right? It's very easy to have like just be discouraged whenever you're faced with rejection. Sometimes you go through the many stages of grief. Sometimes you get angry, right? Because you're like, I'm working so hard. This is a very Zeta Ray thing, right? I'm working so hard. I do so much for you. I gave you my fucking internet and you don't give me a job. What is going on? Like, that is very Zeta Ray, but it seems like you kind of take it the more lighthearted route. You're like, well, I'm here. I can still go into VCs. I can still jump on shows. I'm going to take this in the best way possible. So is that usually the way that you deal with rejection?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like in my working life, yes, you go for roles, right? So you start from where you are, you grow in that role. Once you've outgrown that role, you look for a role that interests you, right? So you apply for it. Yeah. I've done that, and you don't get the role because there's someone better. It's about selling yourself, right? But there's always somebody better. There's always someone better than you that sells it that little bit better. So maybe that's my, issue here, is that I haven't sold it a bit better, but I don't take it. I take it, the feedback, and I grow and I learn and I grow and I learn, and then one day you'll get there and you'll be the best person for the job, right?
Exactly. So real quick, let me get through some of these donos. So there was Mao Mao with the 2. He says this is all in caps, so I have to give him my 100%. He goes, "What? Wonder Woman and Glammy? What the fuck? Let's fucking go." So he is excited to have both of you guys here. We have Danny Jukes with a membership. Welcome to Cash Cow. So you're talking about being in a role for a long time, growing with the company, growing as a person in general with that company. But sometimes you're faced with, I want to be more for you, right? I want to do more, but I need a promotion. Give me that promotion. And sometimes they come up to you and they're like, you're just not fit for it. Or we can find somebody else or anything like that. And whenever I hear that, relationship, work, kind of the same thing. And let me shit on myself just a little bit because that's something. I've been with somebody for 7 years. I was hoping to get promoted from girlfriend to wife, and that did not happen. But I've grown a lot throughout the years. I learned a lot about myself. I need to find another job. I need to find someone else where I can grow with them, and maybe I might get that promotion one day. It's not an end all be all. I'm not going to sit around, be depressed, and act like there's nowhere else to go, right? Because that's what I thought in the beginning. I said, I'm 25 years old. Maybe other. You say it's young, but then I look at like other people. There are people with
I'm
babies.
44. So to me, you're young.
Exactly. But perspective is a thing. But
True.
so I'm 25. There are people on the internet, the red pillars, right? The red pillars of the internet saying, I'm spent. I'm spent. I'm 25. I can never find a man at this point. Like, I'm old news. I'm used because I'm 25 and I was in a relationship for so long. They're saying you didn't get married because you just offered nothing, right? Those are the toxic men of the internet. That's what they're going to say. And sometimes it's even toxic women, right?
Yeah.
Oh, very
Yeah.
much so. There is
Yeah.
toxic women that try to come in and infiltrate you from being friends, and they just scoop you inside out and turn it around. I've
Mm.
previously in personal life too, that has happened, especially with like friend groups and things like that, where somebody gets jealous and then they turn around and they try to take your guy or whatever. Like, yeah, that happens a lot.
I think I like this episode the most because you guys are, let's just say, more experienced than I am, right? You guys have been in multiple relationships. You guys have experienced a lot more than I have. And I think you can add some pretty good perspective, not only to me, but for the audience. Real quick, we have I don't know how to say that, before 99.
Yeah.
Skepticism?
Skepticize.
Skepticist.
Skepticist. I need to get my glasses on. I'm trying to look cute, but I'm just
I think
looking
that's
blind
what
as
that
hell.
is.
Oh no, he's saying that I denied him as a prom date. I haven't
Yes.
recovered since. Oh
no.
So we're talking about rejection while you're rejecting people for prom. What is going on there?
How does that make you feel to be the rejecter versus the rejectee?
It's I am so glad that that came through because yeah,
Oh.
it's I haven't rejected you at all. It's I'm waiting for the prom date. The time, the date, the place. So it's these things that we're waiting on.
Are
Do you
you
know what I mean?
waiting to feel people out? Do you need to talk a
She
little bit
needs a
more with
list.
people? Get to see them? Maybe before the prom date happens, you need to have prom dating.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it's like I love this topic. It's like we're saying, it's relationships. It's your working relationships. It's girlfriend relationships. It's like it's all those things. Even relation. Yeah, I love this topic. But Bean, sorry,
too.
you were actually saying um about you about being 25 and getting perhaps some of those people coming in saying you're spent. I mean, you know, those aren't good people, right? They'll come in and knock you down when you're already down at your lowest, right? And that those aren't encouraging things to say. They're not encouraging things to say. And you are young and you are beautiful. Look, I was in for a relationship for a very, very long time, just
Mhm.
like you, Beans, just like you. But you know what? I like what you were saying. You were somebody for a really long time, and for me, unfortunately, that growth thing happens for me. You just grow apart because one grows faster than the other,
Mm.
and sometimes if you don't grow together, um, then that gap sometimes is hard to close, if you know what I mean. So it's like you're saying, it's just going out there, a different of your life, and finding somebody that is your person now in the now. And it's sad that you couldn't grow together. It's sad, but it happens.
Well,
But
There's
Beans, you're
something.
a beautiful lady.
Sorry. There's something to be said about like people being complacent where they are too, where they just don't want to move forward because that's change. That's scary. That's different. Um, so sometimes people are just more happy with staying right exactly where they are, and they're just like, okay, well, why do we need a promotion? We're already arrived. We're already here. I already got you. It's fine. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think that's more. I think that's a major part of the reason why a lot of relationships don't move forward is everybody just gets so complacent.
Yeah, that's a
Especially if you
really
live
good point.
together already.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. No, I
it's like
think
who
Yeah.
are here?
Well, especially when you move in with somebody, things change a lot, or you notice things about that person. Like now, you're not you're not on your own. And I think a lot of people get stuck in their own routine. Now you have to share your routine with someone else, and not only that, but you have to kind of adjust to the way that they live, right? And that
Yeah.
can be very just jarring. So real quick, there is something that Grecki said. There's
Mhm.
something that Grecki said that I thought was really nice. She says, "It is so refreshing to have a Gen X woman's perspective here too. You can be a doll at any age." So that is something that I really want to highlight, because you can be a doll at any age. You cannot age
I
out
love
of
that.
being a doll. You cannot age out of being a graceful woman. You cannot age out of anything. But when you look at society and the way that they talk about us, they're like, "Oh, well, you're getting older, you lose value," which is not true. You gain
Yes.
value because you gain perspective and you gain experience. But also, if you're not a Barbie brat, you are a bro, and bros can be a little dolly too. They love the drama.
Yes.
They love the trash
True.
TV. They love to hear
True.
about these topics because it gives them perspective that they can use in their own life, right?
This
So
is why
going
wrestling exists. It's basically like guys. It's a guy's soap opera.
absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. If you don't think that wrestling is your drama, you're wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
You're
And
wrong.
it's enough to it's a drama that actually you get to see girls, in short outfits. So it's definitely the male audience.
The male gaze.
I
The
mean,
male gaze that
some
also
women,
attracts the female gaze. Because
maybe
anytime that
some
Rhea
women
Ripley
do.
is on screen, I'm tuning in. I'm tuning in. But we have
Okay,
Mal Mal with
fair.
the two. This is dolls. This is the trio. Hire them ASAP. So that is the thing. That is the thing. Oh, thank you so much, Mal, by the way. So that is the thing about a show that has a blank slate. And that was Dolls. Dolls is a blank slate. We can do whatever we want with Dolls. It's been a little bit difficult, I'm not going to lie, because we have to think of content every single day, and sometimes you don't know what to even do.
Yeah.
We have a
I
very
get that.
limited, yeah, we have a very limited docket team, but they work so hard for the little that they're given. Sometimes I don't even know what to do, and I'm just like, "Can you guys help me think of something?" And they just go to town and they find any sort of clip, any sort of information to try to help us out, and I really do appreciate them.
That's awesome. I love that. That's super sweet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I've
like
been
Mal
there before
said,
too.
what happened?
Oh, go ahead. I've been there before too, where you have a very small crew, but they work really, really hard for you and they try to put things together for you. And that's very important to, make sure that they get the love that they deserve as well, because it's very important to, unless it goes
Yeah.
awry by accident, and then that's a different story.
You
If
mean
it's
when they
just
get
on
rejected as a
by
host and then they crash out?
No, when they get upset because I crashed out and didn't skip their debut.
Oh.
And then they got upset, and then they felt rejected because they got rejected from being a host. So there's a ripple effect to that, Beans. Okay,
There's
let's keep it
a
100.
trickle effect. Okay.
I did not reject him off the pickle. Okay, that was not my intention. It was a trickle. Okay, it wasn't
The
a
ends does not
waterfall.
justify the means, Glammy.
It did in my world. It did in my world. I did, girl. Don't fuck with me right now.
I'm just trying to bring the drama. So speaking of
yeah.
drama,
I'm
speaking
so
of
triggered.
Oh
drama,
gosh.
so
I got lots of relationship like
Oh,
she cut out just a little
freeze,
bit.
I
freeze
right.
like her relationship.
Oh.
I've got
That's only kidding.
Oh my god, you can't do that.
I was just kidding. I was trying to be funny. And
I was gonna
sometimes
say something, but then I was like, wait, that is like bordering the line of like not even funny. I was gonna say freeze, like the eggs that I'm going to do soon.
My humor's weird. I'm sorry.
But that's how we deal with stuff. Our humor is weird. I get a little dark. I have some dark humor.
I do too.
I have some dark humor. For example, you said freeze like your relationship. I said freeze like my eggs. Until I get somebody that I
Okay.
can trust to be in a relationship for a long time and probably get married and have those babies that I always wanted. So JV with the 199. Can we get a "Oh you suck" ask by Glammy?
You
What is
suck ask? Do you mean like it?
what?
You suck ask? What do you mean? What? This is dolls. This is the trio. Oh, that's that one. I don't see what you're talking about. I don't
It
know
was
what
the
you mean
latest
anymore.
one by JV. They said, "Can we get a "Oh you suck" ask by Glammy?"
Oh, you suck ask. Like, what do you mean? Oh, I know what he means. I know what he means. Oh, you suck ass.
What
You're
is this?
terrible. It was the texting on the phone. Because
Oh.
I was going to I was mimicking the phone. So like when people go to text in the chat when they tell you that, oh, you suck ass. You don't belong here. That's what it meant. I think that's what he meant. I think. Does that
I
help?
don't know, but I hope that 199 was worth it, and your request was filled. But
The ask was ask Glammy, not I thought that was okay. Sorry.
but okay, so you're talking about how you have a lot of stories when it comes to relationships, and you were at Fat Camp. I did get to hear some stories. They were very sad, and
Oh.
Fat Camp was such an interesting experience because I got to be closer to a lot of people I never even thought I would be close to. You are countries away right now, and I got to meet you for the first time, and I got to hear some of these stories that truly made you the person that you are today, right? And something happened to you. You didn't expect to go on a date during Fat Camp.
True.
No.
But
No, I didn't.
oh, Charm
I
Skull is
didn't.
saying Wonder Woman mic issues. Do you have mic issues?
Oh, she's got camera glitchy issues, but we're making it work. We're making it happen.
We're making having apologies. I think this time of day it's funny on my internet. I don't know why because on other shows it seems to be all right. But we're making it work. We're making it work, everyone.
I know it's
I-
not my fault because I connected an Ethernet cable literally like 10 to 20 minutes before I even started, and it is such a
shit.
bad job. This is why I need a man, because what I did is literally I ran the Ethernet cable to the modem, like up the wall and like into my room, and it's just like hanging, just dangling down. So as long as I don't move, I think I'm okay.
That's funny because I did the same fucking thing. Only my internet cable is right through the middle of my floor to my kitchen.
The floor? You don't trip over that shit?
I do. But I suppose put it.
Where?
So it's like in the living room. So it's all the way from the living room all the way to the kitchen, and the floor is just chill. It's just chilling. It lives there.
Okay.
So hopefully the internet will be all right. Hopefully the internet will work. But yes,
Hopefully the
going back
internet
to
would
Fat
work.
Camp. Going back to Fat Camp, yes. I went on a date with King Scott. King Scott's a crown, isn't he, for dolls?
He's been a crown for multiple shows. It seems like he hops from show to show, especially if he thinks that that show is like new or that show needs a little bit of help. Usually he crowns up.
Nice.
Yeah, because he did that for actual. He actually did that for Locale Gaming whenever you first started.
Oh, yes. I remember that now. That was really sweet of him to do that.
He's such a sweet guy. He has his little quirks about him, as all men and people do. But he is a very sweet guy, especially when I got to see the reveal outside on this little dock. He was holding some flowers. He looked very nice, and the moment that he saw you, his face just lit up. And that small moment, even though I was starving during Fat Camp, so much has happened. There was so much stress through every fiber of my body. That moment made it worth it because that was genuine joy and genuine, like, just something to look forward to. Everybody was looking forward to your date with Scott.
Oh, thank you, Beans, for sharing that. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Thank you for
Thank
giving
you so
me that.
much.
You did look so pretty when you were ready and everything. You did. Although, did I tell you I helped him pick out the smell because he was like, asking me about like which one, and I was like sniffing the bottle, and I'm like, I don't like that one. I like this one. And I was like, try that one. So yeah, I did help.
I
But he was
didn't know
super happy.
that.
Yeah, he
I
was super
didn't know
happy. He was
that.
asking me about which smells to do, and I was like, I sprayed them and smelled them, tried them.
It was, yeah, it was awesome. And see that this is the thing. We were talking after Fat Camp. We talked for a few weeks, and we just decided, yeah, we just to be friends, and that's okay, and that's just the way it is. But he's always made me feel like a lady, and he treated me with respect, and he was very charming, and I enjoyed my time, and nothing will ever take that moment away. Beans and Glammy, coming out. I
Awesome.
remember seeing him, the look on his face, and that is locked in my brain forever. That's a memory for me. So yeah.
Well,
That's so good.
that's a good point. So things may not always work out the way you intended to. For example, I thought I would be married. I thought I would have kids, but life is not the way that you make it. Well, life can be what you make it, but life does not follow the plans in your little fantasy in your tiny little head. But sometimes that's okay. And sometimes a lot of people have heard me repeat this over and over again on every show. Whenever people talk about like my religious views or just my view on life in general, I like to say that things happen for a reason. Why do I like to say that? Because if I didn't think that way, I'd probably go crazy. I think things happen for a reason, and usually when I think that way, things happen for the better. For example, the whole Grimm thing did not work out, but right now there's a lot of good things happening in my life that has made me a happier person, that made me just come out of my shell a little bit more than I would if I was still with Grimm. I'm growing as a person.
Girl,
I'm
you
excited.
free. Girl, you free. Jesus, take
Do
the
you know?
shackles.
No,
Girl,
no, no,
you're
no, no.
free.
Do you know how many times I'm doing the glammy thing where I just have to get out of my seat? Do you know how many times Miss Brantley herself has texted me saying, you should come over. We should have fun. Now that you're free, you can do whatever you want. You can go to the 4th of July party and we could just wow out. And I'm like, I'm so much the type of person that I'm like, I'm not used to this. I've never gotten in trouble in school. I just started drinking. Like,
never
I
did
am such a good girl that like, I don't know. And then like the whole like, I've opened myself up so much, and I'm willing to do a lot of things that I probably wouldn't be not. I was gonna say allowed, but that's not exactly the word.
See, you free. See, that's why it's in there. You free.
But yeah, like for example, the whole like animal episode. Do you really think that if I was still with Grimm, I'd want to like put on little cat ears and like do fangs and a collar and a tail and like look like a little
No.
hoe, like
Exactly.
Xylee would say? No, I wouldn't. But now that I'm free, I'm just like, okay, like it wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it would look kind of cute. Or like the swimsuit episode.
It might be a little bad of an idea.
Okay, no, you do not get to talk to me that way. Whenever your co-host is literally wearing something I would not be caught dead in. Dead in. He is a leather daddy dressing up like a cop of all things and shaking his little booty for like what, $5 donos?
Oh, dude, homeboy was happy about that shit. You saw him strut that shit out. That be strutting. Shit.
You want to talk about somebody coming out of their shell? Talk about CD-ROM. Talk about Mr. I'm a Christian, but let me go on the internet and show my little booty shorts to everybody.
Well, the anger that you have for somebody else can help you come out of your shell.
I mean, whatever you gotta do for your
So
show.
I was helping. See,
Oh, you really
I
did
helped.
help, Glammy. You really did help.
Fueled his ass to get out of not only his shell, but his pants too.
Oh, please, CD-ROM, keep things in your pants because we've seen enough. We've seen
Chaps.
not the
Homeboy
chaps.
with purple rain.
Not the
you, chaps.
Mayhem, Destruct with the 2. This definitely has to be the trio for dolls. Thank you so much. Mal with the 2. There's a reason for everything. Takes time to understand. Mal, why are you typing everything in a shortened version? I can barely read that.
It was sweet though.
People are saying, don't be hating on sexy CD-ROM.
I wasn't hating. I was explaining.
We're proud. We're proud.
I created that, I guess, from the anger from me. I'm kidding. That
Goodness
was all nightmare, but I'm
gracious.
just saying.
Last
I'm just
night,
kidding.
was it last night or was it 2 days ago? I don't watch Tech Talk only because the only reason is because I'm sleeping. I need my sleep. I've barely been getting any. But
No, that's
what-
fair.
there was an episode where CD was with Ultra for some reason.
That was yesterday. It was this morning.
What were they
morning.
doing together? And it made me very scared. I thought they were going to team up or like do a fusion dance in order to become the ultimate gooner and come after me.
No, I saw Ultra stick something weird in his mouth. I had the sound off. I was like watching with it muted, and he stuck something in his mouth. I'm not even sure what, and he immediately regretted it. So I have no idea what they were doing over there. They were happy. It's fine.
As long as they're having fun, I guess it's okay. And as long as I don't have
They were
to
happy.
see leather grace CD-ROM's body ever again, I think I'll be okay.
Shit, the whole show. Homeboy's doing
Yeah.
talk shit in his fucking dom outfit.
I know.
If you're happy, that's
There
if you're
was
happy, go
one
for it.
episode. No, there was not episode. There was a clip going around in main chat about CD and Ultra. I think. Oh wait, CD-ROM. Why are you adding me in main? He said at Beans. In my defense, it isn't leather. It looks leather enough. It
Like-
looks leather enough, baby
No.
boy.
No, what do you call? Oh my god, it's vinyl. It's vinyl. Sorry, that's the cheap version of leather.
You-
That's when you can't afford the full.
I have no words.
I'm sorry. I get around a bunch of girls and I just get all chatty and
You should. Actually, this is what dolls is supposed to be. So the whole thumbnail,
Chatty.
the whole
Like, you know,
thumbnail is
catty
about
and chatty.
waking catty and chat. Ooh, that would be a good shirt. The whole thumbnail was going to be like wake up, right? Because whenever I get on dolls, like yeah, by the end I'm more like energetic and I'm more excited. But before getting on dolls, for some reason, like I'm just not excited because I get on and I'm trying to be like this like super girly and oh my god, sorry, headphone warning, sorry. I'm trying to be like
Do
that. But then I have Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, she's growing on me. She's been growing on a lot of
Oh,
people
yeah.
because she says some
Nice.
pretty funny stuff whenever she does, get comfortable enough to talk.
She does.
Yeah, I've never had to have an actual conversation with her, so I don't really know her. So we've
She
never
might-
really talked. But I think that's cool that she's coming into her own, and I've seen in the main she's very happy. People have been happy with her, so that's great that she's coming in, which is really good.
Exactly. So she might be coming in like maybe 30 minutes late or something. Well, it's already 43, but we'll see if she shows up. But I try to
Okay.
be that way, and Sweet Tea, even though she can be funny or things that come out of her mouth are funny, she is kind of deadpan. She is kind of deadpan,
Yeah.
or like the way that she
Oh.
speaks is very chill.
She's gonna smack
Pigtails.
her over with a pan. Wake up!
Well, I was gonna come in here being like, wake up, girls, come on. I need the energy. I would probably send her a case of Monster so she can have a little bit more energy throughout her day. But when it comes to
love
Pigtails, she's either super fiery to the point that it rubs people the wrong way. People say like, oh, why is she so negative? Or why is she not willing to do things? Like she can do some nasty stuff. Like we drank like raw eggs mixed with orange juice mixed with like a whole bunch of other stuff. She's willing to do that. But a swimsuit is too much. Which
I don't get that. What happened with that? Why?
Wait a minute. I thought like the whole swimsuit, like top and bottom, or can you wear top with the jeans?
She could just anything swimsuit like. So she could wear like
Okay,
the
because
top
even
with
I
jeans,
don't even go into the water with a full bathing suit. Like I have just jeans on. Like
which
I'll
is
just do
understand.
top and jeans.
I
So okay, then there should be no problem with that.
there should be no problem. Just like a
I don't think.
I even told her you can wear a
Okay.
sports bra, right? Because there's some people that like to swim in sports bras. You could wear a sports bra, a bathing suit top, a one piece if you like. You can even have like a sheer, like a sheer like cover on it. Anything. Just make it look like beachy and summery and bathing suit like. And she did not want to do that. And speaking
Yeah.
of
Sweet
sweet
tea.
tea,
Hey,
Hi,
sweet
sweet
tea.
tea.
Hi, sweetie.
You're muted.
You're muted, honey. Oh, I'm sorry.
But you know that it's a problem whenever Sweet Tea is willing to do the bathing suit thing and Pigtails isn't. Pigtails just doesn't want to do anything and it's giving
Yeah.
me pup star. And I'm just like, okay, I understand that you would rather shave your eyebrows than put on a bathing suit.
Oh.
But now it's weird. It's weird. Just put on
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's interesting.
Wonder Woman. It's yeah.
Me,
Okay, we can hear you now.
and
What? I'm
okay.
confused. What?
I want to come and sing in that
Hi.
Thing of what?
Hey,
because
sweet
we're the
tea.
champions.
Oh, we are the
because Pigtails
champions.
didn't
Are you
show up.
saying that? Oh, because Pigtails didn't show up?
Oh,
Yeah,
Well, she's
Oh.
not fired yet. You might start some drama with Pigtails.
Right.
isn't there drama already with Pigtails? The Lord.
So
I
she's
mean,
gonna come in. You're gonna find out she's not gone, and she's gonna come back in tomorrow, and you're gonna be have a very interesting.
I'm
show
sure
for
she
sure.
will.
As long as she doesn't come in with
I
a
don't know.
PowerPoint presentation that lasts only 4 minutes and then she dips, I think we're okay.
You know, after she showed that video, she said, "Do you have anything to say, sweet tea?" And I was like, "Why would I have anything to say? She didn't even mention what it was or anything." It was weird.
But I'm lost. So with the 4-minute presentation, it was on you, sweetie.
No, it was supposed to be on wrestling or something, and she showed a clip and she didn't say
Oh.
anything about it, and just stopped talking about it.
Oh, so you're
Oh.
talking. Okay, so we're kind
So
of
you just
jumping
be
on
like,
different.
look at that. Look at those sweaty people. Look at all those sweaty little pretzel-y triangulations they've done. Yeah.
She didn't even
Let
do
me
that
explain. So yesterday was supposed to be a day where we each had our topics. I wanted to give each girl a time to shine, basically. So I did the whole Justin Bieber drama with his divorce, with him crashing out. Exactly, drama, juicy. Sweet Tea wanted to do the Air India thing, which I didn't even know about. And that was, serious, but, she did a pretty good job. She decided to do her thing.
Try to keep it lighthearted, just trying to focus on the fact that he survived and all.
Yeah, exactly. And then we had Pigtails who wanted to talk about wrestling. But first off, she came into the episode. She didn't even want to start on her topic. She wanted to just create some fake drama or start arguing with people for no reason. And I said, okay, well, if you want to start fighting with people, who do you want to fight with? Because there was a time where she wanted to start something with milkers. Now there is no milkers to start a fight with. So who do you want to start a
Well, I
fight
guess
with?
she won by default. There you
Yeah.
go.
We won by default, guys. Let's
Look at
fucking
that.
go. Other than that, so she wanted to
Win's
start
a
a fight
win.
with somebody. I don't know who to fight with. I don't have any beef with anybody in the LCU currently. So
She kept saying Beans and Sweet Tea fight someone. And we're like, you brought it up, you fight someone.
so not only are you
It was crazy.
derailing, not only are you derailing the whole episode for this fake fight, but she was also upset that everybody criticizes her and nobody criticizes us. And we're like, we've been here longer than you have. We've been criticized plenty of times.
Oh, yes. Beans
Yeah.
has been through the ringer. Beans is definitely coffee at this point. And
Mhm.
Sweet Tea, when she first came in, she had a lot to fight through.
Yeah,
Exactly.
She went through some hard times. Like
The-
everybody goes through their hard times when they get in here, Like
Let me tell you something. If Pigtails had been here today, I would have been confronting her today. Because there were things that Pigtails had been saying that just didn't sit right with me, and I was gonna have it
Oh.
out with her here on Dolls,
Well, look
but
at
she didn't turn up.
I
That's really
pulled up
interesting.
I pulled up the docket real quick so people can see. We had all these clips ready just to kind of put her through the ringer of things that the first thing says fat girl
What's
summer.
that?
Fat girl summer dance. She was asking for the fat girl summer song, but she didn't even dance to
Oh, yeah.
it. So
Yes.
Pigtail
Oh,
sits
yeah, I remember.
quietly, fake yawning and rolling her eyes. So even when we're trying to be engaging, she's just in the corner, just like trying to make us seem boring or something. I'm sorry, but this is your show
Maybe that's
too.
what she was doing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is your show too. So if you make it seem like you're annoyed or you don't want to be here or we're boring, you're conveying that to the audience that, this is your audience too. This is the thing. Like
Yeah.
Pigtails and Puffstar, whenever they would say, well, if you don't like me, leave. You're not the only
Yeah, I
person
hated
on this
that.
show. Other people are here mostly because of me, or mostly because of Sweet Tea, or mostly because of other reasons than you. But if you're telling people to leave just because you're on the show, you're messing with my money and you're messing with my time and you're messing with everything that we've worked so hard for. So
And that's like
Yeah.
kind of like a call to action, like
How?
like go ahead and do it,
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm not following you. Like how? Break that down. What do you mean? A call to action? How?
Like if she's saying the show's boring and if you don't like me then go away, then they'll be like, oh, okay, I will then.
I think that's more. I think people are more would take that more as just let's pile on more aggression versus like, oh, okay, she said to go, let's go. I don't.
it depends.
I see the opposite happening.
It
It's been
depends.
multiple
You have to
times.
have a
Yeah.
talent for it. You have to have a talent for it. For example, if you're Becky, you know how to play into that very well. The
Oh,
way
yeah.
that she does it makes people want to hate donate. But the thing about Pigtails is that she makes people just want to leave. They don't want to hear her voice. They don't want to
they
hear
do
her
leave.
shrill.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's people that have
Oh.
left. For example, Mr. Boom Boom Pow,
We lost a couple big ones.
exactly.
Oh, no.
Just because she's so unlikable, but not even unlikable in a way that
Oh,
makes
okay.
people want to like keep going.
Okay. All right. You were right then.
So,
I'm
for
sorry.
Wearing my
example, if you
glasses,
want to
too
see
bad.
a call to action, this would be a call to action. If you don't like Pigtails being here, do a super chat. Any amount,
Yeah.
super chat, letting us know how much Pigtail sucks. That is a call to action. If you were
Ooh,
told
yeah.
to leave and undo your membership, maybe do a membership right now, because if Pigtail leaves, then you'll stay. That sort of thing. But saying something
Yeah.
that has no benefit at all to you, saying like, well, if you don't like me, leave. That's just not
Yeah.
entertainment. That's not being a content creator in any sort of.
Yeah.
I can't.
Well, it's like a relationship, right? When you have an argument or whatever, a disagreement. What is it? Not everyone, but most of the time, the person in dispute says, "There's the door, leave." So
Yeah.
it's crap, right?
I
when
don't
you
know. I
do
think I
that.
just got tripped up on the word call to action. I think it was more of just kind of like the essence of wanting that, they'd
The
leave
closest
like
thing
that.
I
But
can think of.
yeah, I was just tripped up on the call to action part. But no, I get what you're saying though.
Well, the call to
That makes
action
sense.
worked because Jaded just became a Band World member. Thank you so much, Jaded.
Thank you, Jaded.
That's how you do content creation. That is how you do a call to action, and that is how you're supposed to be running Dolls. But apparently she thinks I'm boring. She thinks that I don't bring entertainment. That's what she said whenever she dressed up like Keemstar and went on live.
Yeah, I
That is
heard that.
really
She said that
rich.
on our show too. I'm pretty sure
Yes.
she said that yesterday.
Beans,
Wow.
girl, honestly, it really pissed me off. That pissed me the fuck off when she said that. When she came up here and she said that she learned how to be boring from you. I'm like, what the fuck?
Pig
I'm so mad at
Marmalade with $4.99 says fire Bubba Gump #cringe tales.
Oh, no.
Exactly. So, for example, what you just did right there, Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea has been coming out of her shell. She's talking more. She's giving her perspective. Whenever there's a dono and she sees that I couldn't like catch it right away, she jumps in and she does the dono, right? She's building her own audience because she's showing that she's willing to, just interact and do things. Pigtails just sits there and wants to create fake drama like her wrestling shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, sweetie. That's wonderful.
Thank
So
you. I'm
sad.
trying. I'm trying to grow. I've never done it before. I hate to keep saying that, but I'm getting used to it. I think. I hope.
Yeah, no, that's all you can do. You just keep grinding at it. Just keep grinding at it. That's awesome. Well, yay, that's awesome. Good job. I'm happy for you.
I was
That's
thinking-
so good.
It's pouring rain out here right now. I was thinking, like at the end of the show, I'd go running in it or something.
We could do that. We could do that.
I
Just
don't know.
make sure to not get your phone wet
Just
or
your
whatever.
phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got an umbrella. I was thinking I could get maybe somebody to hold it for me, one of my family members, if we wanted to do that.
That would be fun. What do you mean she is talking more? Keem just called her out on live for sitting quiet for almost 10 minutes. She got called out for at one point of the show not talking for 7 minutes, and that's all that they could focus on. But if you watch the whole show, which he doesn't do, you can see that Sweet Tea has been talking more just because she stays quiet for 7 minutes. There's 3 people on a panel, and whenever there's
I
a
know.
red hair crazy bitch who keeps screaming at the camera, of course she can't fucking talk for 7 minutes. What the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean?
I think it was one of the episodes we just kept getting like thrown off. I can't remember what it was about.
Yeah, I want to try to not interrupt too, right? For those of us
Yeah.
who try not to interrupt.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Mine too.
Mine too. Where I sit and I try so hard. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try.
It was so
So, yeah.
funny too because Pigtails kept bringing that up yesterday, and then she went like 17 minutes without talking, and everybody was talking about it in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
it was right after the wrestling thing, I think.
It was because she got so that was the thing. Her idea got rejected because we couldn't show the clips because if you show even just a little bit of WWE, you get copyright struck automatically. So
Yeah.
I tried to, bring her up and I said, "Hey, well, even though you can't see the clip or even though we can't see the clip, you can still talk about it, right? There's nothing
Yes.
against talking about
Explain
it." Passion
Yes.
with the one,
Just-
thank you so much.
Thank you.
She'd just be like, all right, so there was this person, right? They came in and they were like this. They came in and they said to your face, yo, you suck. I can't believe you're like this. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to take my boot. I'm going to shove it up your fucking ass, right? And then the other person came out, right? They came down and they're like, yeah, bring it, motherfucker, bring it. Yeah, you see this where you kiss it. Right? And then they
That
came
could have
in,
been so
no, no, no.
entertaining.
and they went like this. They went boom, right there. And then ended up, she held her like this. She went, you know? And she came in and she went, one more time. Boom, like that. That one. And then the one that won was the one with the pink shirt. She came in, she's like, yeah, what about it?
Exactly. You put on a
That
show,
would've been
even though you
wonderful.
can't show the entertainment, you are the entertainment. You can act it out. You can talk about it with so much passion and get people fucking excited about it. Like, I don't know anything about WWE, but you can say, yo,
don't
that
either.
nigga fucked him up. He fucked him up.
That
He
would've
got
been
the
exciting
goddamn
for
ladder.
us.
The ladder came out of nowhere. The ladder got on his face. And then, guess what? He won. I don't know. But anything. You
He
just
did it
have to
for
be pumped
SmackDown.
up whenever you talk about something. And that is something that even Keemstar told me. And I took the criticism on the chin and I said, I can do better. Okay? You said that whenever I was talking about the Justin Bieber thing, that I didn't have a lot of energy, even though I thought I did. I thought that I was doing
Yeah.
pretty good. I said, like, guess what? Like, Justin
thought you
Bieber
did.
has been stalking Selena Gomez this entire time. But that is still mid. That is still mid. He wants over the top. You can be yourself, but you have to do yourself at 200% on camera, which I do understand. Like, instead, I would say something along the lines of you did. Guys, did you see
he
Justin
stalking
Bieber kissing all over SZA during that concert?
Ooh,
I
that's
Yo,
good.
I talked about that this morning. Oh my god, he looks so happy. He's sitting there, he's crying like that. He's like, yeah. He's got that smile on his face.
He has
right?
that smile on his face.
yeah.
He is
And it's
basically
like the
making
spark-
love in that microphone. And he's got
and the way
She's like the it girl right now too.
right? Oh my god! And then like when he got done, she was like he kissed her hands and everything. This smile on his face when he was singing looked like he felt the music. Like he was
feeling the
beast.
music so
was
hard. And
Yes.
SZA, imagine your man is up on stage in front of thousands of people,
Oh,
kissing up on
Yes.
another girl, basically making love to her through music. Do you know the
Music.
embarrassment that you might feel? No wonder she took to Instagram and she was saying that Father's Day sucked because you basically spat on her face in front of thousands of people with fucking SZA. I can't compete with SZA. I can't compete with that.
No, who could, man? She's like the hottest girl right now.
Off of the back of the fact that he told her that she was never going to be on Vogue.
Who said that?
How? Bieber told his wife Haley that she was never going to make it to Vogue. I was like, how
Ugh,
are you going to
That may be true, but you can't tell your
She
wife
just
that.
was. She just was.
Okay,
She
but
just
you
told
are her
her.
husband. You're supposed to be encouraging. You should, even if you think that in your head, you should still say, hey, baby, I think that you can make it to Vogue. You know what? Instead of Vogue, you can make it on any magazine you want because you're beautiful, you're sexy, and you can outdo any of these girls on those covers, right? That's what you say. You're very encouraging. You're supposed to kiss her on the hand. You're supposed to love her through music. You're an entertainer.
Absolutely.
You are a singer, and you're supposed to be there for your wife. And instead of your wife, you're here for fucking SZA. Your son is over here basically crying in the arms of your wife and your lover. You left Selena Gomez for her.
Oh my god.
You went to Dubai with no. Well, he didn't go to Dubai. No, just imagine. There was a plot, a ploy to get Justin Bieber with Haley on New
Her
Year's
dad.
while his girlfriend Selena Gomez was in Dubai with one of the Kardashians. And then it came
was
out
her
that one of the
dad.
Kardashians said,
That's
wait, what?
horrible.
It was Haley's dad.
What was
He
his-
came in. Haley's dad basically like scrummed everything together.
Because that is
Haley, I think-
nepotism. Nepotism. She's not
No,
even that famous.
Children.
Imagine-
No, I thought it was racism. That's socialism.
Haley Bieber obsessed fan though. And now like
Well,
Ugh,
why is she
she's
even
getting so much attention.
famous? She's famous because her uncle is Mr. What is his name?
Baldwin.
who is her uncle?
Yes.
Oh, not Alec Baldwin. Yeah,
think
one of
it's
the
a-
Baldwins.
It's a Baldwin.
it's
I
a
can't
Baldwin.
remember.
But you're
I-
not even
yeah.
It's the ugly one.
the ugly one.
The ugly
The
one.
fact-
the ugly one.
No, but the
Jesus,
fact
Glammy.
that I don't even remember her other than Haley Bieber. I don't even remember why you're famous. It's because you're uncle. That's all you are. You're nepotism. And then your uncle and your dad gets you and Justin Bieber together. And what?
It's like
what?
the old timey days when the uncles would plan their nieces to marry kings or princes, you know.
It's very that, sweet tea. It's very that.
Mal with $2 says Glammy needs a man or wrestling segment. Holy shit. Yeah, you do. That was awesome.
I have a husband.
Kinda Cool Greg with $4.99 says, just a reminder, Sweet Tea is a Legends for the Creek jump. I've been stalking Selena Gomez since the Rare album. Hi, Wonder Woman.
Hi.
Thank you, man. I'm trying to fix up the rope so I can do like a membership or something goal and swing on the rope on the.
Swing on the
To
rope
jump
into
into the
the
creek.
creek?
Hang on.
Yeah,
And
I need to fix the rope. I don't think it could hold my weight. But once I do that,
You better fix that
Speaking
rope
of
pretty
wrestling,
good, or else
wow.
we're gonna have like a Bridge to Terabithia moment.
yeah. Oh my god, I loved that movie when I was a kid.
I hated
You're
that
going
movie.
to need to learn how to fly. She can fly. She can fly.
No, that is a horrible movie. Can we just talk about that for a
It was
second?
good.
No, it's a horrible movie. It ends so
Oh, the
abruptly.
Terabithia?
You don't think I don't want to spoil them. Actually, I am because it's a terrible movie anyway.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So the
mean,
guy,
it's
the boy meets this girl. He's like you know, there's some tension there. I don't want to say it's sexual tension because they're teenagers and that's weird, but there was sexual tension between him and that teacher. That's weird. So
Well, yeah,
she
but they both had
dies.
horrible
His
home
best friend
lives.
dies, and then he's like, "Oh my god! If I didn't go on a date with my teacher instead of being with my friend, she wouldn't have died." Do you know how weird that sounds as a movie? And then like, there's like,
Sounds like my Friday night co-hosting TikTok.
what is that supposed to mean? Glammy.
Freaking CDL says that I made him so upset about yelling at him he wanted to die. So I was like, okay.
Is this common in
TD said that?
co-hosts?
Yeah.
That's such a nice boy. I don't know.
No, he's very nice. Actually, he's very nice.
Yeah.
We like him. He's fine. It was just a wonky
As
thing
long
to
Wonder
say.
Woman, I know that you're our
I'm never
intern.
gonna get over that.
You're our intern.
I am.
I just please don't do that. Don't get upset at me and say that you're going to jump off of a bridge because you look fat in a thumbnail.
Please God. We've already had that. We've already went through that with Pupstar. We don't want to go through that again.
Hell no. I'm all about fashion and glamour. Oh my God. Do you know what? I'll put anything. I used to be a big girl. Now I can wear anything I damn well want. I can fit into anything. It's like, hell yes.
That's awesome. Way to go. That's great.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Like you lost weight?
Yeah.
A hell of a lot of
Oh.
weight.
I didn't
lost 100
know.
I lost 155 pounds. 155 pounds. And now,
That's like my size.
She's glamour girl.
Wow.
You lost a whole sweet tea.
Yeah.
I did. I lost a whole sweet tea. I like you, girl.
You definitely get that big drinking too much sweet tea. Around
Again,
here, they
okay.
put way too much sugar in it.
See, she went from sweet tea to water.
So
Oh
wait,
my
let's
God.
go back to the topic that we were talking about. We jumped so much. But rejection. You lost a lot of weight, Wonder Woman. I want to give you a chance to talk. You lost a lot of weight. But whenever you did have the weight on, was rejection a little bit harder for you?
Actually, no. It's really, really interesting. Actually, how do I put this? When you're a larger person, I found that you were accepted. I found you were accepted more.
I would agree with that.
You
I
were
can see
accepted
that.
more and social and for me
Oh, our camera froze.
and work relationships. I found that you were more Sorry, is my internet cutting?
Yeah, just a
but you
little
can-
bit.
you're good.
So once I had a lot of friendships for very long friendships, right? And I had those friendships for a really long time when I was larger, right? For a really long time. But I found once I lost the weight, those relationships were gone.
Oh, Jesus.
And yes, and I found it's so weird because in relationships, as in friendships and looking for a loving relationship, I find it's much harder because looking for a loving relationship, a lot of guys just see you, they just want you at the surface level. They don't want to see what's inside. They just want to fuck. That's it. And they just look at you on the outside
see that.
and they just want to fuck. That's all. They just want your body, basically.
Okay.
For me, I've always wanted something deeper. I'm more about deeper connection. So I struggled with that. I really, really struggled with that. And with my girly friendships, friendships that I had for years, I lost my weight and not a lot of them left. I only had a couple left because I realized that when I went out, I was getting a lot of attention. And they didn't like that. So they left. So it's
Our
interesting,
friends
isn't
worth
it?
keeping around anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot
knowing
of
that.
competition. There's a lot of competition when it comes to girls when they're friends anyway. Then when you find out where somebody is, exceeded you or
Yeah.
whatever, that I could see jealousy coming in for that. Can we just
Yeah.
go back really quickly though? I'm not laughing at the fact that he wanted to hurt himself. That's not it. It was very uncomfortable for me. It still bothers me. I'm laughing because I was so uncomfortable about it and it reminded me of it. And that's why I said it. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves. It's just still bothering me. That was a lot to put on me. So
Absolutely.
I'm not laughing at the situation. It's still bothering me and I'm not processing it. And it came out in a humorous way. I'm not trying to laugh at anybody feeling that way at all. I
It's
just want to
alright.
clarify that. I felt bad after I thought about it. And I'm like, okay, before anybody starts to feel like, okay, go ahead.
Shifty with $2 says Beans, Glammy, and WW for the effing win. This is great.
Thank you, Shifty.
I didn't want to lose it.
Appreciate it.
I
Appreciate
like
your
how people
feedback.
are in the chat just talking about their own experiences when it comes to like weight loss or things like that. We have Poke Gaga who said, oh, I lost it. Oh, he said, thank you. I had to go to 210, but I look better at 240 at 6'1". So there's a lot of people I
yeah,
know
no
like
problem.
that, where sometimes you
Yeah.
have to lose weight in order to be healthier, or you have your own reasons. But sometimes you look better a little bit heavier, or like the way whenever this is complicated because people think that body dysmorphia is only for bigger people, when that's not true. Body dysmorphia can be for any reason, either gender, sexuality, age,
Think of body
and
dysmorphia.
anything.
I think anorexia, but
Really.
That's a
yeah,
It's you think of
because they think they're
But I guess
fat when they're not.
Yeah,
Well, she
true,
means,
true.
like, the
No, that is, yeah.
Yeah, but in general, like you think of two different extremes, but you never really think about the people in the middle. Like the people that you interact
Yeah.
with every day, they might have some sort of body dysmorphia because they don't like their tummy or they don't like whatever. Something that I've noticed that I find attractive in women that women would probably not find attractive in themselves is sometimes women, you can be very fit or you can be very shapely, like curvy. And sometimes you'll have like whenever you look at the tummy area, you might look a little bit softer, like in this lower region. Like not like a
Yeah.
pouch, but like whenever you have like a little bit more there that it seems like you can
Yes.
poke it and it feels soft. Like that, I don't know, that's attractive to me.
My God, that's funny you
Okay.
say that because I've always thought that was attractive too.
Like
Really?
abs,
In girls, yes,
like you can have
That's
abs,
a lot
but
of
like a
that's
little
more
tiny
attractive.
fat on their
Yeah.
stomach. I've always thought that was cute.
That's
a lot of women have that too.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because I heard it's because we have our uteruses and men don't have that there, and it's like taking up a lot of space, and that's why our stomachs poke out a little bit more. But I don't know if that's
fair.
true.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know if that's
people
true either, but that sounds good.
people
Yeah.
see that and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm fat." And it's like, "No, that's cute.
Yeah.
That's adorable. I like that." Whenever you
I do
look like you
too.
can be soft and cuddly. I get body
Yeah.
dysmorphia because I'm just like I'm very tiny. I wish I could gain weight very easily so I can be like just have more shape to me instead of just stick.
I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Before
I do have a
gained
booty
weight.
though. Thank you, genetics.
Well,
Yes, Beans.
I grew up at the time period in high school where like the models were always like size 2, size 0 and things like that. And I, have always been skinny, but I there was a time period where I always wanted to make sure that I maintain the 2 or the 0. Like that was a big deal back in my time in high school. That was huge. And because that was what all the models were. They were all very, very skinny like that. So body dysmorphia is very commonplace in my era, I guess.
Well, you were
It's a little
coming
bit
up in the
different.
era where like it was so unattainable because even though you would see it,
True.
but you didn't know that the ladies were like doing cocaine for breakfast. Like that's the whole
True.
reason why they're skinny like that. And expecting just regular girls to have that body was so damaging, not only to their psyche but like physically because they would like starve themselves or they
Yeah,
would
for sure.
just in general like do these extreme diets or exercises in order to be that. Now, that is come and gone. I think now there's more of a body
Oh, yeah.
positivity movement. But something that
I
I've
was-
seen creeping up is now K-pop. So if you ever look at K-pop girls, they're very skinny, very tiny, very cutesy, and now they're pushing these diets. For example, there is one called the UI diet. UI is a famous artist. Um, she eats an apple a day, and that's it.
Oh,
Oh, no. That's so
That-
unhealthy.
that's like that broth diet, isn't it?
Ooh.
Where it was just there was
Similar.
a diet where it was just broth. That's all you ate was broth. That was it.
Absolutely.
I think it Gwyneth Paltrow that did that one.
Of course,
feel like it was
Wow.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth
Gwyneth
Paltrow is the
Paltrow
lady
sounds
with
like
the
she would
with
do it.
the pussy candle.
With the
JJ
goop.
panel. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was her. I'm not 100 on it, but I believe it was her that did
That
the
girl from Cafe with 199 says, "Love this dynamic with all of you. Great show with a heart." Thank
so
you,
much,
Batgirl.
Thank
I was
you.
watching
Girl,
from the
she's the
cafe
sweetest.
today.
She's the sweetest.
You know what, Beans, talking about, those, K-pop, those girls are so tiny. I grew up in the area of those supermodels, Elle Macpherson, oh my gosh, Claudia Schiffer. There was, who else? Cindy Crawford, around them. They were
Paula Abdul
beautiful.
too.
Yeah,
She was a singer. She was a
beautiful.
pop singer, but she was very skinny
Yeah.
too.
And I can share something with you guys. My twin sister became severely anorexic because of the supermodel era. She wanted to be like Elle Macpherson, my twin sister, and she starved herself and's become extremely anorexic. Where to the point where she had to go to hospital and have the nose be fed through a tube. Yeah,
Oh.
she was
Was she
so.
okay?
Oh yeah, she's fine now. She's absolutely fine now.
Oh, good. Oh.
But I'm just thinking about K-pop and the images and stuff like that. It's just not healthy. It's not
It's
healthy.
not. So real
I'm
quick, we
sure-
have Mr. Boom Boom Pow for the 2. It's too dangerous to be gray around these parts. Thank you so much, Mr. Boom Boom. And then he did 5 Lolcow Tall's gifted memberships. Thank you so
I know.
much.
I was wanting to say that so bad. I'm so happy to have him back. He's gonna be happy.
This
That
is
Pigtails wasn't here today.
exactly. So it's real funny because Roxy actually received one of those. So thank you, Mr. Boom Boom Pow.
Oh shit!
Seth looks for the 2 months ban world. Thank you so much.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you, man.
Mhm.
We're gonna have a great show together.
We are.
gonna
I
start
mean,
this good.
Glammy, if she would want to come in every once in a while and just talk girly topics, that would be great.
Oh, I love girly topics. I miss girly
I-
topics.
I've always wanted to talk girly topics too. I've never really got
too.
to.
Me too. I tried to on tech, but I don't know.
with
how
CD-ROM.
With
No,
CD-ROM?
mine too. So it started out that way because he had the tech and I had all the girly stuff, and then we had the 4-hour show where he can only be on until 6, and then I did 6 to 8 with what I wanted to do, which was girly stuff like celebrity news and with the Wonder Woman we did the makeup thing today, or we did
Yes.
we did the thing. So I would love to come in and talk girly shit with you.
Have
That'd
like
be
a
awesome.
gossip segment and like call it
Yes.
something cute.
Oh, we need something like that.
Oh, absolutely.
sure.
A
You know
lot
what-
of people.
You know what, Beans?
Yes.
Sorry, you go, Beans. What? A lot
No,
of people
I was just
saying?
gonna say a lot of people came during the whole like Amberlynn Reed, like that whole thing. So a lot of girl world people just came into the LCU wondering what is this place and just like stuck around, and they love drama, they love the tea, they love girl world. So just having like something that could talk about girl world or topics like that would be very beneficial for the LCU. Plus like we don't have a lot of females. We don't, and the few females that come into the LCU, sometimes they think like, oh, it's too toxic, or there's too many men, or the gooners.
Yeah.
But
I
showing
know, this is
them,
the perfect spot for them.
showing
come.
them like, hey, there's an area for you, or hey, like
Yeah.
we can do girly stuff too. It's not always going to be like punishments and pushing the limit and just goonership. I guess.
Challenges. Challenges.
Yeah.
I know. I love challenges.
Challenges.
They're fun.
I do too. I like challenges too. I'm always down to do epic shit. Always.
too.
Yeah.
Well, I think we are
I think it
women,
stopped
but we
raining.
are oh hell yeah. We are women, but we are women who like, I don't know, we are adventurous, right? And
Yes.
like there's
That's
a lot of
true.
women that don't
Very much.
feel that way. They like stay inside, they feel very reserved. I was one of those people, but I still wanted,
too.
I had that urge, that feeling like I want to do some crazy ass shit.
I'm like that too, Beans. I'm very much like that too. Because somebody was in the VC with me earlier, and they were talking to me about it, and I was just like, oh yeah, I don't do outside, but like my inner self is like, let's go. I want to go, but I'm very much inside.
Man, it really does help your mental.
Yeah, but
mental
if
stuff.
but if there's
It
somewhere
did
to
for
go,
me.
if there's somewhere to go or like an actual purpose of it, I'm down to go. Like, let's go rip shit up.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
roller coasters. I'm like an adrenaline junkie when it comes
I
to
do
roller
too.
coasters. Grim
Yes.
hated roller coasters. I could not go on a roller coaster because he hated them.
Everything. He was such a Debbie Downer.
Oh God.
Oh, he was just fun in his own way, okay? He's fun with like his magic cards and his Yu-Gi-Oh and his PC. You saw the picture of his PC, Glammy, because you got all the
Yes,
pictures.
yes. I
He
did.
had like 5 monitors and shit. Like
He
that's
was
fun
in
to
it.
him. He was in it. He
Yeah.
was in it.
He was in it.
Not in me,
Didn't
but
he
in
have
it.
that
No, I'm just
wonky
kidding.
chair?
I've had
Right?
boyfriends
Clearly,
like
if it was
that.
in you more, he wouldn't be up for the cart.
I'm just saying.
But
But
he had that wonky chair, right? That
the
did he have,
wonky.
I can't remember.
was his chair wonky? Did he have
I
like the footrusty thing on it?
Something
Wasn't
like
his
that.
chair pretty decked? I feel like he had a decked out chair.
Well,
I don't remember.
yeah, but in general, like I love roller coasters. I love zip lining. I did it for the first time, I think last year. I loved it. Like if I got the option to probably jump out of a plane, I would do it. I would do
I
it.
was thinking the other day that would
My
be fun.
mom. Me
To
and
jump
my
out of a
mom.
plane.
Yeah, me and my mom been wanting to jump out of the plane since I was about 15.
Why don't you do it now? This is a
Yeah,
perfect
you
time.
got. It is.
I've done it.
Well,
I've done it.
Really?
I've-
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. How was it? How hard was it? Was it like the instructions difficult to go through, or were you just ready to go
Oh,
when you did?
well, you can do a static line. So a static line is where you do it on your own, and you can do a tandem where you have an instructor and you're attached to the instructor. I did the tandem because I didn't want to do it on my own.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
That
That
sounds
would
a
be the
lot
one I would do.
safer.
I would want to
Yeah,
do the one with the
tandem.
instructor just because you want to make sure it goes off right. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but it was absolutely epic, and it's like anything. You get up on the you get up wherever you are, and it's time for you to do what you have to do, right? Like a bungee or skydive, and you're like, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. It's all in the mind. It's all in the head. But you know what?
Mhm.
You do it. You jump, and it was bloody fantastic. It was so awesome, and I recommend it. Do
That's
it.
so cool.
Do
How-
it.
Did you do that? Was
Sorry?
it recent? Was it recent when
No,
you did it?
it was on my 21st birthday. I jumped from 10,000 feet, but now I think they've gone a bit higher now, and you can wear masks now. So some of them are jumping from 15,000 feet. So
Oh.
yeah, yeah. So
is so
it was 10,000 feet. It was freaking amazing.
If
If
you
you can
were-
do it, do it.
If you were to do it again, would you do it static line, like without an instructor, since you did it the first time with an instructor,
Good
or would
question.
you?
I would still do it with an instructor, to be fair. I would still do it with somebody. I
That
just
way you
feel
can really
backup,
enjoy it.
right?
And you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about pulling the cord.
Yeah.
You could just sit there and enjoy it.
Make
Yeah.
sure that backup is in there. That's wicked important. Now, when you're going with an instructor, where if you're strapped in, right? Like when you're ready to go, do they still ask you, "Hey, are you ready?" Or if you're already strapped, they just go whether you're in it or not.
They will well, for me,
So
it's like I was like, "I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it," and it didn't matter. It's like, I'm on the front, he was on the back. You've paid all this money. They know, they get it. They get it that people are nervous, and they've probably heard it all the time. I can't do this, I can't do this. But they just encourage you. You put your feet out, and they just push you out.
Oh, that's
Obviously
so
you're
good.
attached to
Yeah,
them. And
that's awesome.
I'm so glad they do it because it was absolutely beautiful. The view is beautiful. You're like a bird. You're flying. You feel like you're a bird flying. It's amazing. It's
Do your ears
amazing.
pop?
No, not that I
No?
noticed.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Seth Looks, it's a band member for 2 months, and Clover World. There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Thank you. Yay.
Thank you.
Beans and Glammy and Sweet Tea. If you want to do it, do it. You know, honestly,
Yeah.
don't let nothing hold you back. If there's something, and for the viewers, if there's something you really want to do and there's something you need to do to be able to do it, do it. Challenge yourself and do it because
Oh,
you
yeah.
get one life. One life.
True.
Make it count. Do
I could
it.
say
If
you've
you
got
wanna
one
do it,
life.
do
Don't jump
it.
out of the plane.
Well, no, if you got an instructor, you're good. I think, and then plus two, now that we've got like, this situation, it would definitely be something that we could film on the way down.
Oh,
Content.
that would be content, but I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm saying. I would totally be down to do that.
Polka
For
Gaga
content.
super
I
chat
real
want
quick,
yes,
TTS.
$9.99. This is a billionaire boys club. We're the bad guys. Bad guys rule.
He says, we're the billionaire boys club, we're the bad guys rule. I need to figure out my TTS to make sure that you guys can hear it, but every single time I try and it actually can be patched out to you guys, it echoes for other people, so I need to fix that. But thank you so much, Poke Gaga, for the
Thank you,
$9.99.
Poke Gaga.
Thank you, Poke Gaga.
Other than jumping out of a plane, what is the other thing that you want to do that would be really cool if you got the chance to?
That's a really good idea.
Like once in a lifetime opportunity type thing.
I would love to go to Africa
Africa?
and do South Africa and go on a safari and have wild lions circle on one of the. I would love to do that. I would love to be able to smell their breath. I would love to get that close to them.
Excuse
Want to
me.
Hear
get
them
their
roar.
meow meow
The weirdest
mix,
thing
bro?
I've ever heard in my life. You want to
Smell
smell
their
the
breath.
rotting meat out of their
Oh
mouth?
yes, I want to know. I want to feel like a lion. I want to feel like a lion. I want to be so close to them that I want to feel that energy of their, like their power. Their, you know what I mean, like a cat with
Yes.
that will just eat you alive. I want to feel it.
Well, just if you're that close, you might feel like what it feels like to be their lunch.
Yeah, really. It will be the next thing that people smell in their
I'm
mouth.
crazy, but I'm not
I
that
wanna-
crazy.
I want to
Be like,
smell
"Ooh,
their
it's
breath. I
Wonder
want to
Woman, Wonder
smell.
Woman in that one."
I want to smell just
That sounds
just what
dangerous.
them. No, oh no. I'm all about danger. I want to do that so bad. So bad.
That would be so cool. I mean, it would be cool to touch one. Like I know there's places that you can touch them, but they're babies, so they're not like big enough to.
Yeah, cubs.
Yeah, and then they're also like used to humans and
Like-
stuff like that as well.
Like the Tiger King, that's how he made all his money, because he would like rent out the babies so
Yeah.
that the kids could play with them and stuff.
I want to
Exactly.
experience it in the wild, in their habitat, in the wild, in Africa. I want to experience that, like just seeing them in their habitat and how they interact. You know what I mean? They come up and they want to eat you, right? I want to feel
Yeah.
that. I want to feel
Real
that,
quick, we
you
have
know?
Marcus Gold Swag with the $1.99. I need
Gold
a
swag.
membership. Hey, boom boom, pass me one. You guys are talking in
around,
chat
boo.
about getting memberships and shit. That would be fun. Oh, it's
No,
because
but Roxy took your membership, man.
No.
yeah, Roxy. Roxy out of all
Chat.
people took your membership.
Oh, Mr.
Miss-
Boom Boom Pound gave one.
But who did it go to?
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Mr.
It went
Boom
to
Boom.
Count Fukula.
Bukila?
Count
Well,
Fuckula. Count
Oh,
Fuckula. Whoa. Oh.
we have White Hammer 7878 with the $4.99. Pigtails earned her name squealing like a pig yesterday. I like this format way better. Thank you all for giving us entertainment day after day. You're welcome, White Hammer.
You're
We do it only
welcome.
for you.
thank you for being
Um,
here.
So
Letting me be here.
the Count Fuckula thing made me think of another question that might be really, really weird. But
Ooh.
I
let's
love weird questions.
Me
we will
too.
do the weird question after we talk
Okay.
about what we want to do in life. I want to go to Japan. I think Japan is really cool, not only for the tradition and culture. What are you doing, sweet tea?
I'm trying to show you my Ponyo shirt.
Be me for a minute.
Yo,
Isn't that
I have such a connection to Ponyo because I went to go see that movie with my dad, even though he does not know English, he watched it with me, and I just love Studio Ghibli. I would love to go to the amusement park that they just opened for Studio Ghibli. I would love to go to all the cool cafes that they have that are usually like Sanrio themed or anime themed. I think that would be super awesome.
Hello Kitty themed. There's one that's Hello Kitty themed.
I've seen that one. It's got bad
There's-
reviews though.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Don't care.
You
Girl,
go for the
know
experience. I understand
Girl,
that.
I'm going in that cafe dressed as Sailor Moon, and you better believe I am.
They have a Sailor Moon. They have a Sailor Moon like cafe
They
that
do.
has like a show that you could watch, and it's super cool, and they show like the costumes and everything, and it's so glittery and awesome. But
Oh my
Charm
God,
Skull with
that
the
would be
two,
so
she says, this was such an entertain version of Dolls, honestly. Thank you so much, Charm Skull.
Thank you.
Japan would just be
Charm Skull.
awesome. Just seeing like all the culture and seeing the anime and seeing like all the cafes and like the drinking culture. Like
Oh, that'd be fun.
there's
To go there
there's
and
that
get drunk and eat all spicy foods and stuff.
well yeah
Get drunk
because
with spicy food.
they have so many like bars that have specific themes to them, and it's so fun. And I thought I would never get to experience something like that because I wasn't a drinker, right? But now I'm starting to drink a little bit more, and I can go to the Muscle Mommy bar in Japan, and I
There
can
you
work
go.
out with muscle
There,
mommies, and
girl.
there's like you can pay for them to slap
It's
you.
amazing.
We're not gonna get into that, but
Wait, you could put whoa. You can pay for them to do what?
you can pay for them to slap you.
Oh.
You can probably do that. You can do that at home. You don't need
I'm
to.
not glazing over that girl, but I tell you, you're free, baby. She
I
all
know.
over it. Slap them cheeks.
Ooh.
Hey, Beats, if Beats wants that to do,
TTS.
TTS
go girl.
$20. Baked beans used to be my favorite, but I've changed my mind. I'll have a second helping of the doll's beans, please. Y'all killing it today.
Baked beans used to be my favorite, but I changed my mind. I'll have a second helping of Doll's beads, please. Thank you so much, Upgrade.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's skip over the fact that I said I want to be slapped by muscle mommies in Japan.
I don't want to skip over that though. Like, why? Like, what are we talking about? Like, how
Okay,
far are we going here?
Wait, can I pull up a clip? Sweet Tea, talk about what you want to do while I try to pull up the clip of the muscle
Make sure
mommy bar.
Just make sure it's TTS appropriate. TOS. Yeah, sorry.
I always thought that going to Japan would be awesome. Like that's probably a dream that I'd probably never get to do, because it costs so much money and everything. I was thinking running with the bulls would be a safer bet because you could probably actually drive somewhere to do that. I think that always looks cool. And that's
You
like
do
a
that
once in a lifetime.
You want to
You
run
know.
with the bulls? You'd do that in Espanol, wouldn't you? In Spain? Run with the
Mhm.
bulls?
They do that in America.
Do
In-
they?
I'm sure. Wait,
I think it's
they've
only
got
in
it.
Spain.
I'm sure
They
they
do.
I mean, if
They
you're gonna,
might have the aesthetic things to
Yeah.
like emulate things.
I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
you have.
I
If
mean,
you're
they've
going to do it full out.
No.
Do it with the culture and everything. Like that's a
Oh,
tradition
true.
for them to like run with the bulls. So go to Spain.
I
Go to
didn't think of
Spain
that.
and
I
run
didn't
with the
think of that.
bulls and the culture
She's
and
right.
the Spanish men. Get yourself a
They got
Spanish boyfriend, Sweet
people
Tea.
in Texas to do it.
No,
Spanish
go to
men.
Spain. So the muscle mommy bar, I actually pulled up a clip. So you can pay for
on,
them
damn
to
it.
slap you. You can pay for them to like hand squeeze oranges into your drink. I
Oh,
think
that'd
it's
be
very
neat.
interesting. Let me pull this up. real quick.
Nice.
I went to a muscle girls bar
You
in
said
a
you didn't
little
like that
station where they
muscular
hand squeeze
men,
the
but you
drinks
like
for you and
muscular
have random
women.
performances
I have
all
my
throughout
own
the night.
taste, okay?
These girls were doing all sorts of
wanna
different
see
things,
it.
and what makes this place even more
Okay, let's
fitting is
watch
that they
it.
serve you protein drinks to make you feel just as strong as them.
Those cups
They
are
also have this tipping
huge.
system. I went to a muscle girls
Like, look at that stuff. Like
That is
huge
so
cups
good.
and like
I visited this
Wow.
muscle girl bar.
Everything's
in
better
Tokyo.
huge.
The bar is themed like a
Mhm.
high-intensity gym, and
Whoa.
you can get a quick workout in before you get your drinks.
can work
All
out
of
with
the
them.
bartenders at this bar are super muscular and fit girls.
it's interesting. I think I would love to do something like that.
Girl, I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the vision. All right.
I see what you're talking about
Sally.
now.
Hi, Sally.
I am surrounded by sluts and no one cares.
You're right. We don't.
It's slutty summer, Xylee.
Slutty summer.
Do you honestly think I'm not going to go over the clip on Rewind talking about how you want to go to a mommy muscle?
Okay, wait.
Bar.
Give me a chance to explain. Billy
so
would
happy it's your
probably
turn.
agree with me. Billy would probably hop on that
course he
plane with
will.
me. We will be first class going to Japan to go specifically to the Muscle Mommy Bar together.
Oh yeah, he a freak too. Oh no, absolutely.
What?
He a freak too.
That's not nothing.
So at least you're not alone.
It could be like a girls' trip, but with Billy.
Can I just have one pure person in this universe like me?
CD-ROM. Wait, nope, never mind.
I'm married.
Ma'am, you like the word fat too much.
Oh, okay, fine. Fair.
Wait, what?
I like
Yes, that word on.
Oh,
yes.
she loves the word fap. You didn't know
Wait,
that?
fap?
Oh, I thought you said fat.
I thought you said
No,
fat
fap.
too. Fap?
F-A-P.
Why do you like
fapping?
fap?
because it's funny. It's a funny word. It's fun
You a
to
teenage
say.
boy?
No. Oh, girl.
Fat,
Oh,
fat.
it's
Yep.
yeah, it's just a fun word.
Please don't encourage fapping on dolls because I'm pretty sure half of the audience here are people that goon and fap and everything in between.
It's just funny. It's a funny word. So somebody said it in my chat on TikTok, and I just thought it was a funny word, and I had no idea what it was. So I just started saying it because I thought it was funny, and then I figured it out, and then it just made it even more funny. So,
Beans,
so
they
now we
even
enough.
have an emote. They even have an emote.
Well,
that
now
says
I have
fap.
one of your people, Poke Gaga, saying, "Can we get a fap emote?" Not in the dolls. Not in the dolls. Absolutely not. Go over.
God.
Beans is mortified. Yes, I am, Dove, because now they're trying to bring the fapping over here. The fappening can stay on TikTok.
Excuse me, Beans can't be mortified when she's talking about flying to Japan to get slapped by a muscle mommy, okay? What?
She just got called out, girl. You know you freaky. You know you freaky.
Look at you. She's not even arguing. She's sitting there with a big old smile on her face. Don't try to play me, girl. Don't try to play me.
Everybody likes being slapped every once in a while.
Beans.
Okay, I have a serious question now.
it.
Serious question. Have y'all not heard anything from Pigtails? Did she just not show up?
She
Not
hasn't
even in
messaged
the group
chat
chat.
at all.
Oh.
No.
Does she usually message in the group chat or anything before?
Yes.
Yup. She's
I
overly
wonder-
active.
Yeah.
I wonder if it had anything to do with what we said on Rewind, or what I said on Rewind last
What do you
night.
say on re?
What'd you say?
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
Oh, we did a whole segment about your doll show last night.
But even then, we had a meeting afterwards talking about like what we need to improve, and she was like up for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she acted excited. Oh, that Rewind played after our meeting, though.
Yeah. Rewind was after your meeting. We went 10 to 2 last night.
Yeah, congratulations on the 4 hours, girl.
Girl, with
Yeah, that
all
was
the
amazing.
listen, with all the breaking news last night, I'm glad we had 4 hours.
Baby,
That's
Swear to
girl.
God.
That's
It was
awesome.
crazy.
I'm so happy.
Yeah,
you
that was
had
a lot.
show. You
Holy
had a show yesterday,
shit.
Xylee.
No, it was great. But yeah, no, I wonder. Ooh.
I watched
Maybe.
like the first 3 hours of the show, and I
Mhm.
think it must have been at the end.
Yeah, I think it was within the last hour. It was so much shit going on.
There was.
Yeah.
was.
Okay. So you haven't heard anything from her. I hope she's okay.
I hope she's
I mean,
okay
I don't want
too.
anything
Yeah.
bad happen to her. You know
I'm
what
sure
I mean?
she's fine.
Let's not jump to the anything bad happening. It could just
Lammy,
mean that she needed a
for
break.
a person who went missing and we did a full-on investigation and blaming people,
But
and we just figured you were under Eric's bed with the Legos and the pubic hairs, okay?
That's what I'm saying. She
The
just needs
pubic hair.
to, maybe she just needs a minute. Oh, she doesn't need a minute.
Maybe she just needs a minute and doesn't just show up for her job, you know?
Sometimes it happens, you know.
My
Oh,
stomach
man.
turned when she said under Eric's bed with his pubic hairs.
No, under Eric's bed with the Legos and the pubic hairs. Look at the
Oh.
Lego movie he did. There's little hairs on.
Oh,
Oh!
God, that's a whole new call you by the short and curly shit.
Good morning. Bye. That's what you get for being imagining Beans going to a muscle mommy bar. Good.
I can't believe she
Bye.
just
Oh my
comes in here and
God.
leaves us with that. Out of all things.
I'm so sorry to anybody who's
$9.99.
eating or drinking and had to spit their food or their drink out. I'm so sorry. Carry on.
Flowshine with $9.99 says, "This has been the best episode of Dolls. I feel you on the muscle mommy look." Rhea Ripley,
Mhm.
good job on Tech Talk this morning. Wonder Woman.
Oh,
And
thank you.
Marcus Goldswag with $1.99. Boom Boom Pow, give me a membership, please. And then Mr. Boom Boom Pow with 1 gifted membership.
CD,
Guys,
before
CD.
you better not turn on that camera, and it better not
Oh
be
my
in
God.
the what is it? A fake leather suit.
The Mr.
Holy
Slave suit.
cow, I'm not that much of a degenerate. I'm busy.
Oh,
I've
you're
been here for a minute.
You're not that
don't
much
wanna-
of a degenerate. You just do it for your show at 4 a.m.
And your Mr.
Correct.
Slave
For
costume.
my show, not for yours.
Oh,
Mr. Slave would
sorry.
be proud, I have to say.
Look, I'm not here for long, and I'm also not here to yuck your yum. I just wanted to tell you, Beans, if you want to go to Japan, I'm totally on board. Let's make it happen, girl.
Ooh. Oh, you got an invitation, Beans.
Oh, somebody else is going to be trapped under the bed with the curlies.
The only curlies I want is on my head, and not his curlies. This is so much worse. I'm gonna
CD
stop talking.
and Muscle Mommy. The Muscle Mommy, CD, and her all together going on a date.
In Japan.
Ballsy, CD. I'll give it to you. That was good. That was ballsy.
I'm gonna start crying.
Oh my gosh, your dream's gonna come true. You should, you know what?
I'm gonna
Beans,
happy
you should
after you
ask-
now and not me.
Wait, are you okay? Let's.
No, I'm thinking of the curlies and the whirlies and everything.
Oh, dude, that twisted my stomach when I heard that.
Okay.
Sally, why are you? Oh.
Listen, the
Xavier super
RWO
chatted
will pay for
$20.
the Olive
TTS.
Garden.
CD
We
brings sweat tea. Make it a 3-way.
What? What did you just say through my TTS? Xavier with the 20 CD, bring sweet tea, make it a 3-way. No.
listen. The RWO will pay for Olive Garden. We will not pay for Japan. That's too much.
That's all. It's all that's in the budget for y'all's date.
Okay.
No, hey, word on the street saying he's trying to get Keem to pay for it. So I don't know.
I know.
Look,
he asked him to pay for
we'll
the.
pay. Listen, here's the deal. You get Olive Garden and a kiss, just a peck, and then you can get dessert at the Olive Garden.
Hold on. I'm not asking you to pay for it. I'm perfectly sufficient. I can do that when the time is right.
CD, I get that. No, that's what. No, the first date, RWO wanted the content because you remember how you said Keemstar with the with
Yes.
the people who are gonna video it and shit like that. That was gonna be the
I am
RWO.
very aware what we all said at all our given moments, and I am still totally down with RWO camera crew. Only if Beans is.
Well, yeah, she is, and we get to throw breadsticks at you every time people like throw us 100. We throw breadsticks at you at the Olive Garden. If y'all kiss, no tongue, but if y'all kiss, you get dessert.
Wait, I like how you say no tongue as if that was ever an option,
All right,
Xylee.
hold on a second. Hold on. I think she needs to buy me a smoothie first. Wait a minute.
She's gonna buy you a smoothie. You buy
Wait,
her
she's
one.
buying you a smoothie. Okay, first of all,
Oh,
RWO's
for
paying
God's
for this
sake. You see,
anyway.
I can't say anything around here without it be taken not seriously. It's a joke, people. These are the jokes. Yeah, I'm going to foot the bill
take
for
jokes
everything
around
else.
Okay, CD, I have a question.
What?
Are you into Legos?
And pubes.
I don't want to answer this question.
Are you into Legos? Just answer it.
No, Xylee, I'm into Kinects. Way more mechanical.
Played those when I was a kid. I had some.
Sweet
Logs.
tea.
Connects and pubic hairs. Awesome.
They have little
Oh,
magnets.
you just had to go there. Why? Why are you doing this?
Because I just woke up and I'm in a ownery kind of mood.
She chose violence. She woke up
I'm-
and she chose violence.
I'm
Against
picking
me.
up on that.
All I wanted to do was see some muscle
am
mommies
picking
and get
up on
slapped.
I just wanted to come in and just make it clear the RWO will not be paying for Japan, but we will pay for Olive Garden.
You'll pay for
Cool.
Olive Garden so
Didn't
we can
ask.
be.
The RWO doesn't need to pay for Japan. I'm offering to go because it just so happened that I wanted to as
They
well.
want to throw
Look at
phallic
that.
shaped
Oh.
breadsticks at us.
What a surprise! Everybody our age wants to go to Japan.
Man's cool.
Hey,
So-
look, I saw the opportunity to share how much we had in common. I took it. Okay, totally
I
down
like
with
it.
the concept.
I like
Oh.
it, CD. I like this CD.
That's what you were doing.
Absolutely.
Girl, he ready to take your ass to Japan and meet
Right?
them muscle mommies.
He's gonna take you on a trip.
You're trying
Connect
to take
them
me to
Lincoln
Japan,
Log.
but I'm trying to take you to Japan. I can't
Hey,
commit.
hey,
I'm
Beans.
sorry.
Beans.
Doing?
He's gonna be holding that camera while you get slapped by a muscle mommy. Let's go.
I mean,
Ow.
if it's what she wants.
I think she was trying to say, I want you to see my Japanese.
Listen, I don't care what anybody says. CD Riz stocks are up.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Not going down anytime soon, baby.
I
Hey,
know
hey, Beans.
that's
Hey,
right.
Beans.
I know that's right.
Get
On
it,
the rise.
Beans.
Beans. Seriously, have you ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 before?
What? What? My brain is fried. Excuse me.
I have a reason for this question. Have you ever played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 before?
No.
Girl, I'm gonna take you for a ride. Gonna take you for a ride.
Oh. Wow.
I'm sitting there thinking playing Street Fighter in my head where you want to see mummies and I'm thinking he's going to be the one slapping you.
Say like some kind of funny pickup line.
Play one of them Street Fighter games from Capcom. Hadouken! And all of a sudden,
Beans, you look. What's wrong? Beans, what's wrong?
You okay?
You have this look on your face. You're.
This is my
What's
cringe
wrong, baby
face.
girl?
I'm
Going through it.
Now you know how I feel when I see you talking like a slut.
I can dress like a slut too if people just get me to 800 members on the channel.
Yes.
I swear to God, she better not hit 800 members because if she dresses like a little slut, I am going to yell at her.
If
make
it
sure that
meows
there's no
like a
ears
cat and
involved.
looks like a cat, it's probably a puss. I'm just kidding.
Oh, she all stuck up her tail and owned it.
Oh my God.
I'm
What has
ashamed.
happened to
I'm
you?
ashamed. Beans is like, is it
don't be
2 o'clock
ashamed,
yet?
Beans.
Yeah, that's me.
Don't be ashamed, Beans. You're coming out of your shell, girl. I am.
Frozen. Again.
That's what
my
a
God.
woman gets for encouraging this shit. That's what
That was
that's what you
perfect.
get for encouraging that shit. Beans, I told you to go through your slut phase, but I didn't mean it literally. What
face
the
is hot.
fuck?
Listen, she grabbed them vinyl boots by the heel and said, "We."
Wait, did you get your pair of slut boots? Is that what it was?
Should
Did
I
you get a
buy
pair of
some?
slut boots?
Pretty woman. That was the word.
Pretty
I was thinking
woman.
of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think I could
love
fit
that
those. I
movie.
have very tiny legs. And aren't those like thigh highs usually?
Brandon Long Vlogs
Oh,
super
TTS.
chat
No,
$19.99. If CD-ROM and Bean's relationship in Japan will
We
be
have to
like
go
a movie
shopping.
called The Ball
Girls.
and
Yes.
Curly
We have
Lost
to
in
go
Japan, and the object to find
Why is
each
it so
other will
long?
have to be communicated to each other through Chinese phone book.
Excuse me? Brandon Long Vlogs with the 20. If CD-ROM and Bean's relationship in Japan will be like the movie called The Bald and the Curly Lost in Japan, and the object to find each other will have to communicate it to each other through Chinese phone. Is it 2 o'clock yet?
Sounds like a horror movie.
Almost. You got
12
12 minutes. Okay, y'all have fun. Bye.
We have a lot of super chats to read. Mr. VNM1
Stay
with
gone.
$4.99 says, Glammy, please don't dress as Sailor Moon. Anime took me out of my depression. Don't make me go back. On the other hand, Beans cosplays Sailor Jupiter.
Why Sailor Jupiter? Do I look more like Jupiter than the other ones?
Because she's got the darker
Was she
hair.
the short-haired, black-haired one?
Wait, was the one
I
with
had
the
a doll
short
of her
hair
when I
with
was a kid.
the straight hair?
Listen,
Oh,
I love
yeah, with the
Sailor
straight hair,
Moon.
with the red outfit, maybe.
I am so super dressing up as Sailor Moon. You can't stop me.
Oh, we should do like
That's
an
right.
episode where all the girls of the LCU. No, I think I would be more like God, I'm blanking right now because
Mercury?
you guys know Mars. I think
I thought pick Mars because I had a doll of Mars when I was a kid. I had a doll of
yeah.
Mars and Jupiter, I think, and I got it at a yard sale, and they were like really big dolls, and I loved them.
Well, I was thinking Mercury because the hair's shorter. Like your hair is shoulder length, like
Yeah.
hers.
Mercury is actually my favorite. Wait, oh god. I think
Mercury's
that would be
the blue
cool.
one.
I like the short-haired one. Ain't she
Yeah.
Mars?
The
No, that's
long-haired,
Mercury.
black-haired girl.
That
the
one's my
long-haired-
favorite.
the
This
red
one's my
one,
favorite.
That's Mercury. That's
That
Mercury.
one's my favorite too. That's the one I had the doll
You
of.
can't have all of them, sweet tea. You got to pick one.
I meant to say one. That one's my favorite.
Mercury.
Pokey
okay.
Gaga with 199 says everybody likes to be slapped every once in a while.
Fair.
Mr. Manhattan with 499 says, Mr. Boom Boom Pal, please misplace a membership on me and my life is yours. And then Boom Boom Pal sent another one gifted membership. We got a little bit more. Lucy with 199. Mr. Boom Boom Pal, be my sugar daddy. Give me a membership.
You guys are squeezing Mr. Boom Boom Pow for everything he's got. God damn. At least ask for King Scott to do it or something. Jeez.
Pokey Gaga with 199 says he's trying to get into Japanese. And I think we're caught up.
I love that. That's so smart. That's great.
I tried to say that a minute ago, and I don't think it came out right.
No. Okay, I still heard you. I thought it was funny.
It's so cute.
So
You know what?
Glowshine with the 499 just said Beans, Mars, Sweet Tea, Mercury, Glammy, Moon, and Wonder Woman is Jupiter.
Ooh,
there
that's
you go.
interesting.
I
We also
that.
have Mr.
I like that too.
VNM1 with the 199. Jupiter has curly hair.
Oh, I don't remember Jupiter.
Jupiter,
Glowshine
like,
says
Jupiter is the one.
personality.
Jupiter has long hair, so she usually has the ponytail like this, and she has dark hair, and it's brown, so it's like up like this, and then
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like
Okay, I know
that
what you're
one's
talking about
Jupiter. Venus is
hadn't watched
blonde
this
like
since I was real
Sailor
young.
Moon.
Yeah, Grecky, you have a point. W for all the grifters. I said grifters. I'm so used to Rewind saying grifters instead of gifters. Sailor Mars is my favorite.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
Sailor
love
Mars
Sailor
is the girl with the dark hair, and it's wicked long, and she's the fire. She's the red one.
So the short-haired one, what's her name again?
The short-haired
Mercury.
Blue-haired
one
girl,
being-
Mercury. Yeah.
Okay, Mercury. That one was my favorite when I was a kid.
My face is too hot to continue on with the show. Mary Rose with the 199. Mr. Boom Boom Pal, please gift me with your love. Okay.
Oh.
Brandon Long Vlogs. You better be careful because Sweet Tea might get jealous.
I am getting jealous.
Boom boom.
Brandon Long Vlogs with the 499. Which is one place y'all ever want to visit, and which person would you love to meet in person? And which person would you love to meet in person? That was but so I guess
That's a
what
tongue
place do you want to visit and what person would you love to meet?
Oh, Lord.
Visit Japan, but I would say like Europe, anywhere in Europe, and I don't know the person.
I'm trying to
I'd
think
say
of a person.
Ireland. Ireland, Jonathan Rhys Myers in County Cork, but I've already gone to Ireland. I absolutely love it. Would love to go back.
I would love to go to Ireland or like Scotland
It
I
was
would too.
or
beautiful.
something. I've
It was
always
beautiful.
been like infatuated with accents, especially like the Irish or the Scottish accent.
It's beautiful.
Same.
I grew up
It's
watching
hot.
Celtic Woman because so this is a thing about me. I would be attached to my mom like by the hip. She would take me to work and she had like this tiny TV that only took like the over air channels. So I would just watch Celtic Woman all the time and I was infatuated with the music and the accents and everything and I always wanted to go over there. So that is one of my dreams. Europe, obviously. I'm a very adventurous person. I just don't have the money
Yes.
to do it.
Same.
Me
Same.
too.
But one day before I die, hopefully, I can go to places like that and just have adventures and meet the people and just have fun. I think that's something that I
wanna
always
do
wanted to
too.
do. Other than
Exactly.
that, a person that I would like to meet, Luis Carrera. Luis is like my number one favorite artist of all time.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
It sounds
He's
like
a Dominican
maybe.
artist. He's a Dominican artist. And my graduation cap, this is me when I was a kid. My
Wow.
graduation cap says Todo tiene su hora, and that's like one of my favorite songs from him, and it's very encouraging, and I love him, and I will pull up a picture of him.
Oh yes, please do. That was the other question I wanted to.
But I
know
love
many,
his
like,
music.
Celebrity men I like currently. I need to get back
Girl.
into it and figure it out.
Get back
But-
into what? Sorry, Sweet Tea. Get back into what?
Like looking around at celebrity men.
Oh,
Because I used to have a
okay.
couple favorites like Brad Pitt and I really liked. Have you guys ever seen Raising Arizona? Who's that guy that that who's that man that plays in? He looks really ugly right now, but when he played in that movie, he was so handsome.
Nicolas Cage.
Damn.
It's Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage was so handsome in that movie.
I love how she knew exactly who you're talking about.
When I was a little girl, I loved him in that movie, and that's like one of the only movies we had at my house, and I'd play it over and over again just to see
Wow.
him in it.
Okay. All right,
Mr.
Beans. Are we gonna?
Oh, this is the
Mr.
guy that I'm
Boomhouse
talking
and
about.
another
Juan
membership.
Luis. That's my dude.
God,
Does
I've
he
never
play?
seen
Oh,
him
he's a
before.
musician.
He's a musician. Yeah, he
Okay.
even though
What's
like a
the
lot
li-
of his music
songs?
has like some religious undertones to it, like I don't even like I'm not very religious,
Good
but
thing sometimes.
yeah, it's a good thing. He's very, I don't know, his music just puts me in a good mood. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I just put on his music, and it's so like warm and welcoming and fun, and like the way that he talks about certain things. I The only thing that I can think about right now is these sexual innuendos in his music. So for example, there's a
course. So
song.
His music's about religion and sexual innuendos.
Okay, you can have different songs, okay? They're not all in the same. But
One conversation about mommies and slapping, and just,
Yeah, just
Open the
but-
floodgates.
yeah, there's get that flood insurance going. But there's a song. There's a song where he says, "I want to be a fish, so I can make bubbles of love and press my nose against the glass." But it's very poetic. From Spanish to English,
Yes.
it sounds weird, but it's very poetic, and
It
it's
sounds a little
supposed
off.
to be. It's supposed to symbolize going down on a woman. I let me put this back.
yeah.
We should be called World Cow Gooners instead.
Shit.
I love
No, when
this.
she said that, I thought of the Romeo and Juliet, the William Shakespeare Romeo and Juliet, where they had like the Juliet over on one side of the fish tank, and then Leonardo DiCaprio on the other. Claire Danes on one,
I love
and then,
that.
A young Leonardo's
Oh
hot
my
too.
God.
and Leonardo on one side, and they like met through the fish tank.
Yes, I love that. That's one of my
with the
most
eyes
favorite
and
moments.
that really, with the really
Real
pretty
quick,
song playing in the back. That's what I thought of.
Wait, somebody said Bad Bunny is hot. I don't think Bad Bunny is hot. Other thing, kind of cool. Greg said, I can't even talk. I'm flustered. Kind of cool.
Clearly.
Greg said, "Going down, nah. Real men stay up." No comment.
I'm sure he's joking around.
In Spanish, it's less creepy. Absolutely, in Spanish, there are some things that you can say in Spanish that sound so hot or so good. And then Mao, because he's Hispanic and he knows what I'm talking about. He says, "Oh, what the fuck?" He sings "Cuando me enamoró." So good. That is a very good song.
Ooh,
Um,
that sounds
Wow.
I want to be serenaded, but like
Yeah, I
CD-ROM,
do
he
too.
serenaded me
I
in
was just about to
BBC.
say, write that down.
Oh, we did.
But like, I don't know, like the whole like being outside of your window with like a boombox type thing, or like in
Yes.
Hispanic culture, especially in
hot.
Mexico.
That
Yeah,
movie.
in Mexico, people will. My dad did this to my mom one time, but he rented out like a whole band to like come outside of her window and like sing and play instruments for her. I think that's super romantic. I am a very hopeless romantic, and I think this is what the next episode. So I keep bumping into my microphone. I'm so flustered. Next episode is going to be romance because I want to talk about how much of a hopeless romantic I am. Like Pride and
Yeah,
Prejudice is
I
one
love
of my
romance.
favorite movies.
Oh,
I
love that.
love romance movies. I
Yeah.
do. I think
Ooh,
what the
I
closest
do
thing that
too.
I've gotten to serenading is that I love to sing, and in the car, I'll sing in the car, and Mr. Glammy will be next to me, and he whistles. So he whistles, so I feel like we're singing together, and
That's
it makes me happy, and it's the most romantic thing ever, and I love it.
I've been
Got 1
staring
minute.
at
We got a lot of
I,
donos.
I've
Oh.
had that done to me, but in a restaurant. I had it was out in a restaurant, and I had a group of people come over, and they had their guitars and started singing. So that was all arranged by the date, and
That's
that was
cute.
really really
V
sweet.
So
and
Sweet Tea, you close out the show by doing all the donos that we've been getting.
Okay, yes. Mr. V and M1 $4.99. Mercury is my heart. Butt smack ASMR $5. Good job, finally wearing makeup, Glammy. You look less witchy now.
Oh,
God
thank
damn.
you. I appreciate it.
Albert
Wow.
$1.99. So boom, you wanna pass one. I don't know
Oh,
if that.
okay.
Mr. Boom and Pow with 1 gifted WellCom member or Dolls memberships. I'm sorry. Mal with $2. Oh, what the or W2F? He sings. I cannot read that.
Cuando me enamoro.
Q Commander Moro. So good. Oh, you already read that one. Glowshine Beans wants to sing. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over outside the window with $4.99. Pokegaga $1.99. Bad Bunny is hot.
You have
She
some
is
strange
pretty.
taste, Mr. Pokegaga, but
Bad
I will
Bunny's
not fault
I
you for
think he's
that.
hot.
You think he's hot? Bad Bunny
I'm
is a
sure.
girl. She's pretty.
Oh, I don't know who I'm
Well,
thinking
this
of
has
then.
been a very interesting episode of Dolls, to say the least. Hopefully, more of the episodes can be fun and just girly and just. Ooh.
Tomorrow's romance, right?
Tomorrow is
Romance.
romance night. I will talk about how much of a hopeless romantic
exciting.
I am, what I want to be romance, and everything of the sort. Greki, this has been my favorite episode, y'all. Tune
Thank
into
you.
Nerds. We're going to redirect into them right now. Thank you so
Awesome.
much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for letting me
Tuning
be
into
here.
Nerds.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Enjoyed
guys.
it.
Hi.
Bye. Have a great day,